Today, we're going to talk about how to train with gymnastic rings and get the most out of this versatile piece of equipment. Gymnastic rings are an excellent tool for building strength, improving functional fitness, and enhancing your overall athletic performance. But before we dive into the specifics of how to train with rings, it's important to understand some key benefits of incorporating gymnastic rings into your current routine. First of all, you see how the rings just kind of hang there, swaying back and forth freely? They will always want to do this. Gymnastic rings provide an unstable surface that challenges your entire body. This instability is actually very important, because it forces you to focus on control, preventing the rings from flopping all over the place, which leads to an increase in core strength, improved balance, and increased muscle activation. Compared to traditional weightlifting exercises, think about when you're in the gym and you're doing presses on the Smith machine. All you have to focus on is the amount of force you can apply to the weight. Now go do the same presses on the cable machine. All of a sudden, you feel your body working harder to complete the movement. That's because those stabilizing muscles that you weren't using before are now working to prevent your form from breaking down. And guess what? Working on rings takes this effect much further. Another key benefit of gymnastic rings is their versatility. With a much wider range of motion than traditional weightlifting exercises, you can perform a variety of movements, including push-ups, dips, rows, muscle-ups, and more. Even better, the ability to perform these exercises at the most comfortable grip variation for you. Remember, rings aren't fixed, so you twist them at any angle necessary, and this is phenomenal for either preventing an injury or reducing the risk of aggravating an existing one. All of this makes rings an effective tool for a diverse range of workouts, including bodyweight training, CrossFit, and general strength training and endurance conditioning. So how do you get started with training using gymnastic rings? The first step is to set the rings up properly. Make sure they are secured at the right height and adjust the straps as necessary to ensure comfortable grip. Depending on your situation, you may be able to hang them up in your home or garage. Maybe you have exposed cross beams, or you can install a horizontal bar or even ceiling mount specifically made for hanging gym equipment. If you're lucky, the gym you go to may even have a space for you to hang them up there. But even if none of these options work, you can definitely take your workout outside to a park or maybe even your backyard. You can hang them from a gazebo, as you've probably seen in some of my shorts, or from a swing set or a basketball hoop, or even a sturdy tree like this one. There are so many options, so get creative. Next, start with the basics. Begin with bodyweight exercises such as push-ups, dips, rows, curls. Also, get very, and I mean very familiar with resting in the top position. As you progress, you can add more challenging movements like muscle-ups, ring pull-ups, levers, and even handstands. Yeah, those last two, I'm still working on myself. Ring workouts can go from light and basic to intense and advanced. It's all up to how you want to train. But just like lifting weights, it's also important to prioritize proper form and technique when training with gymnastic rings. The unstable surface of the rings can make it easy to sacrifice form for speed. So take your time and focus on maintaining good posture and proper form throughout each movement. This will also help teach you discipline in maintaining your form when lifting weights. Don't be afraid to scale exercises to match your current level of progression. Start with simpler movements and progress to more advanced exercises as you get stronger and more confident. We all know ego lifting is a one-way ticket to the hospital. Rings are no different. If a certain movement is too difficult at first, try a slightly easier variation and work your way up to the full movement. I'll tell you, I'm guilty of trying to immediately copy what I see some of those gymnasts out there doing, and I was humbled quick. Those guys are ripped for a reason, and that's because those advanced movements will be more intense than most movements you're used to. But once you're finally able to pull it off, you'll be the most interesting person at the gym or at the park. Maybe. And finally, be consistent. It's going to be hard at first, and you'll get tired. Your muscles will be sore in areas you've likely never felt before. But I promise you, incorporating gymnastic rings into your routine on a regular basis will help you see the best results. Try to incorporate them into your workout at least once or twice or more if you're really into calisthenics. Chris Harrier and Nao Niga have two of my favorite physiques, so for me, the goal is to try to somehow combine the two. That's my challenge. Challenge yourself to progress, improve over time, and achieve your dream physique. So, to wrap it up, gymnastic rings are a valuable tool for building strength, improving functional fitness, and enhancing your overall athletic performance. By following these tips, you can get the most out of your training with gymnastic rings and achieve your fitness goals. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.